mic was off. It had better be on now. It looks like it is. It looked like it was on yesterday. Now I don't trust it. I'll have my stream checker come in here and make sure it's working. Let me text him. I'm just gonna talk for a little bit in the beginning, and then I'm probably gonna go tunnel vision and forget to do my commentary. But for now, the mic is on. Okay, how's that? Is that any better? I had the ratio off. Opera was at full blast. Yeah, my mic is always really quiet. I don't really know why. Is it still quiet? I could turn up my microphone's gain. All right. While I wait for my professional sound checker to do his job, we will begin. It's still quiet? Yeah, let me see. Okay, I turned up the gain some more. How's it now? I could go further. Whenever we play games and whenever I edit my videos, I always have to crank my mic up quite a bit for it to sound at a normal level. I don't know why it does that. It's already on manual, it's at full volume. It just doesn't like it. Oh, really? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Maybe you should be my professional sound checker instead. The other one is unreliable. All right. I've been working on this wolf for way too long. Let's check back in where we are in the anime arc. I've been having a lot of trouble with the line art. I had a lot of trouble with the horns, but I had a revelation last night. Alexa, open the horn document. I decided I would just like do a whole study of the horns that I want to do, and that solved the problem. That's all I needed to do. I just needed to take a picture of him, take the picture, and then draw over it, and be able to see the shapes clearly. Seeing it just the lines like this is like not very helpful. Seeing it like this with the colors is what helps. So I want these horns specifically. So now we have a little reference for them, and then I was able to make some brushes from the horns here. For the detailing, now we can be super accurate. So we are so back on the horns. I redid all the horns on all these, and I started filling in the base. And that's where we're at. I also added in this stock background of Ireland somewhere. I'm ignorant, I don't know. Now the horns. I still am on DeviantArt. I'm never gonna leave. I mean, I'm gonna... It's my major platform, so I feel like I can't. I'm forced to stay. I really hate pretty much everything they've done. Nothing has been an improvement. However, I am still on DeviantArt, and I'm on Fur Affinity, and I'm on Blue Sky now. Let me see if I can... let me put some links in here. I don't know if YouTube will let me. Someone else tried. Slug tried to put some in and it didn't work. Let's see. Tell me if you see that Blue Sky link. Yay! Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to make one. It's really fun. Just like another nice, useful thing to have. I was really against making one though. I thought, oh, I don't need another social media site. I already have 2 of them. But I was wrong. And I was more ignorant back then. And we've changed. Now I see the error of my ways. Especially when Fur Affinity went down for 2 weeks. Okay, recalibrate. What am I doing? Horns, base, horns, base, horn base. Go now. Separate layer, go. Yeah, I love seeing people who have been following me for a long time because they remember all the old art. Like Jessica, you've also been following for a really long time, right? Yeah, Fur Affinity being down was crazy. It's gone down like twice in the past, okay, not 6 months, like, okay, 9 months. In the past year, it's gone down twice, and I've noticed every time. And it's been terrible for business, which is why I've noticed. 2018, that was an interesting year. There was a time with my art back then where I was like, everything was really soft and there was no detail. It was all really soft. I think I was working on shading. I was like trying to figure out a new way to do something. And I didn't. Now I understand what's going on, but you can always see what time period my art is from based on the shading and the details. I was going through something back then. For a little while Fur Affinity was down. Do you need a link to my Fur Affinity? I didn't even give you one. I just gave you my Blue Sky. I'm sorry. While Fur Affinity was down, Blue Sky was going crazy. It's like calmed down since then, but it was pretty exciting. I don't love this black outline around it, but it feels necessary. We'll just deal with it in post. It's fine. Just leave it. We'll just make it a problem to solve later, not now. Alright, that's easy. Next. I'm trying out a new way of doing the base. Or the lines for it. By new, I mean new to me. Nothing groundbreaking. God, my keyboard. I did art for Northern Call for a while. That was kind of like those, I think. I never got to play any of those. I think I wanted to play Wolf Den. But I never did. So I hope that during this session I can finally finish this adopt. Because it has taken way too many sessions. The other one I just finished in one day, just in one. It also didn't have very much detail compared to this, and it only had just the full body and not the headshot, so it was different, but... I need to move on and do other things, so maybe we can get this done today. Oh yeah, I remember being really interested in Wolfden's, the genetic stuff. That's like my favorite part of those games. Is like the gambling of what you'll get and then trying to make your odds better with pairing up the right things. I played Furry Paws for a while and sank a scary amount of money on that. That was a really fun time until it wasn't so fun anymore. I loved Neopets growing up. I always wanted a mutant Lenny because it looked like a vulture. But I never got that as a kid, obviously, because I was a dumb child. So I had to wait until I was an adult. And I finally made enough money to buy one of those potions. And then I just stopped playing. You could do designs to sell for the currency? That's cool. It's practical. See, that's a self-sustaining system right there. My relationship with furry paws was very one-sided. I got nothing back. I only put in, it was a toxic relationship, etc. Oh, the Psy Bunnies! I never got one because it was... You could only make one on like Psy Bunny Day, right? A lot of them. I got a Chombi, and that was a huge achievement for me for Chombi Day. I always really wanted a croc. I don't even remember how you're supposed to get one. I think it was a multi-step process. I never understood it. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand when I was 12, and I don't understand at 31 either. I'll never understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just Croc Day, and that just never was understood. That's crazy. Psy Bunny Day is on Pearl's birthday. That's really coincidental. Sounds lucky. That's a good way to do that Wolf Den currency stuff. That's really nice. I wish I could have done art for furry paws shit. Maybe I could have. I don't know if I ever asked. I was so isolated. I was just in my own little bubble breeding Great Danes. Well, thank you for visiting. It was nice to talk to you. You're very nice to me. Yeah, I wish you could post the pictures in here. Maybe I should look into figuring out why YouTube keeps blocking that. It's got to be with moderation, but I am too ignorant at this moment to figure it out. Do you have any of the Psy Bunnies in different patterns or anything? I feel like they're rare. I don't remember seeing many of them. Oh, you could send them to me on Discord. I say... That's so dumb. You can send them to me on Discord, I say, as I haven't read any of my Discord messages in like 2 weeks or longer. Very cool. I remember really liking the fairy Psy Bunny, I think it was. I thought it looked really good in that. And the gray one, of course. The gray ones were some of my favorites, but those were totally inaccessible for someone of low means such as myself and low intelligence. Wow, that looks clean. Ooh, I really like the checker one. They have like a little purple shadow on it. It looks really good. Alright, I'm gonna hold on, let me put on the BRB screen. I wanna see. Maybe I can go to my Neopets and I'll show you. Let's see if it remembers. I don't remember it. Okay. I'm gonna say something, and I hope it doesn't implicate my Neopets accounts, but I may have had like 7 Neopets accounts that I was doing the daily jobs on and then sending all the money from those to one account to buy the Mutant Lenny potion. I'm not gonna say the names of the accounts. Apparently that's against the rules, so I'm sorry for being a hard worker. It only took me like 3 hours a day. I feel like, does everyone do that? Make like multiple accounts and just funnel all of the funds to one of them? It's gotta be normal, right? All right. I'm gonna send you some of these pictures of my Neopets on Discord here. The layout is very different now. Oh my god, I just want to go to my profile. Maybe I could put it on my screen. Here, let me see, hold on. Hold on, okay, you stay here. We're taking a small break to talk about Neopets. I'm gonna take some screenshots of these. Here's my Mutant Lenny. Maybe I can get a different picture. Oh, he's dying. Typical. Oh, I can turn this off now. Go. And I got the Mutant Blummeroo. And I'm just gonna do the rest of them in one. Maybe I should just do all of them here. Here are my Neopets that I funneled all my money from all the accounts to get into. Ta-da! The fruit of my labors. Look how happy they are. Yeah, I think the transformation potions for these to turn them into mutants was affordable, which is the only way I was able to do it. And I think no one wanted the mutant, the mutant mohawk here, so I think that was super cheap. I wonder why. The Vulture was super expensive, the Blummeroo was not very expensive, the Chombie I got lucky, and then the Mohawk or whatever, no one wanted. What do you feed them? I started running out of food. I would go to the omelet every day, obviously, but that's not enough. These things are hungry. Oh, I like the Techos and the Loops. I like all of them. Okay, I don't like the Skeeths very much. That's one of the only ones I would actively avoid. My 6th grade boyfriend who got me into Neopets liked Techos a lot. And I remembered thinking that was cool, but I had to find my own thing that I liked. So I liked Lennies and Blummeroos. Yeah, they You can only afford to feed the bunnies. It's fine. They'll be fine. Oh, what was the one that was the griffin? The Irie? I liked that one. I never owned one, but I did appreciate them. I've heard about the Varwolf. I thought it was like a joke. I'm glad to see they're still making new Neopets. They need more. I remember seeing some threads on Reddit about its eyes or something, some eye discourse in the Neopets fandom about the Varwolf. Because its eyes were like kind of at a weird angle or something, is it? It looks kind of like an alien. I think good. Good for Neopets. We need more Neopets. Oh, what did you think of the Aishas? I've never said these out loud. Aisha? The one that was like the little cat and it was always smiling and had a really long neck? I think it was cute. We should do a Neopets ranking. I've wanted to do Neopets fan art for quite a while. Oh yeah, there's the Varwolf. Yeah, its eyes are a little weird. Its pupils are a little, you know? But I don't care. I don't want to criticize it because I want them to make more Neopets, so I'm gonna say good. Good for the Varwolf for looking like a little freak. There's no room for them. How many do you have? How many of the bunnies? Just those two? I feel like I remember you could have a bunch of Neopets now. Back in my day, you could only have 4. And then you had to get rid of the one you liked the least whenever you wanted a new one. I feel like it's different now. Maybe it's not. These are some lumpy lines. Okay, I gotta show that picture of... Hold on, let me... Yeah, look at this. Look at this guy. You know? He could use some fan art. That is sick as hell, man. I love that guy. The Dargan ones were some of my favorites. But I think those were like some of the most expensive, right? Gray, Fairy, and Dargan. really liked that one that was like a bunch of fruit. Chia? No, I mean that was one, but what was the other one? There was one that was round and tiny. Oh god. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna want to look it up and go down a whole rabbit hole. No way. Sign up bonus to change your pet into anything? When was that? Was that years ago? Are they still doing that? I want that. I will become a member on Neopets just to get like anything? I want that croc. Or one of the drakes. The little dragon one. Oh my god. Do you remember how much it was? Was it like 10 bucks? Or was it something atrocious? This is a dangerous conversation. I'm starting to think about Neopets again. Starting to think about all the colors I want. Oh god. Can you link it to me on Discord? I'll change it. I have to... Maybe... Hold on, let me see. Can't I change the moderation right now? Maybe I'll figure out how to make it allow links. Let's see. Okay. I turned off moderation. I'm sure nothing bad will happen as a result of that. Oh, the Neo colors. Oh no. Oh, the Chia. That's the one. And the Grarl. There's the croc, yes. The loop was a Lupe? That was a pretty good looking one. I always liked the Piofin and the unicorn one, the uni as well. I don't think I ever owned any though. I think the Dargan uni was maybe the sickest thing I've ever seen from Neopets. It went very hard. Oh yeah, there's that owl one. Van Dagre. Van Dagir. And and there they got the Varwolf. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm trying to remember what one was the P. That must be the Chia that I'm thinking of. Or the Jub Jub. That's it. These are some rough lines. Future me is gonna have a lot of fun fixing these. For that, I mean... Future me is gonna be very unhappy. Whatever, man. Life is only so short. Who cares if the lines are straight? Do you play any of the mini games? That's how I tried to make money as a kid before I learned to just make several accounts to funnel money through. That was, I think, the only way I knew how. I tried to gamble with the scratch-offs and it never paid off. Did you have any favorites? I remember really liking Ice Cream Machine. That was the only one I was any decent at. The baseball one seemed rigged. I felt like I was doing really well and I never did well, which indicates that I wasn't doing well, but I felt like I should have done better given my performance, which I thought was fine. Anna in the Ice Caves. I don't remember that one. I don't know if I ever played that one. Yeah, Turmac Roll! That one was fun. I was also bad at it. I remember really enjoying visiting the Neopets locations, just like going to the world map and looking around. They did really good art. The Haunted Forest looked so good, and then the carnival next to it. Welcome. I'll do a typed greeting too. Welcome, we're talking about Neopets right now. Oh, you've re-arrived. Hello again. You're here. This is a dream come true. We talked about this. And you said you subscribed, thanks by the way, and now you're here. It's all happening. Yeah, I feel like the Neopets art team did really well, like maybe better than typical. They had great color theory. Like every color was like really nice and saturated, and they had good combinations of colors. They're always perfectly themed. Good line art. Yeah, they did have that fan art section, didn't they? Was it weekly or was it daily that they had like winners of fan art contests? The only fan art contest I joined was for Toontown, and I did not win. But I think I got like a little letter or something. Goo goo eyes. Speak on that. Speak on your goo goo eye artist. You're kind of a goo guy artist now, you know? For many people, including me. I don't remember how it worked. I just know. I was always at the soup kitchen. I'm gonna type it. So you can have the ellipses there for emphasis. I disagree. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm doing much. It's kind of you to lie. I'll ask you this since you're another Neopets head. You're gonna become an expert now in the chat. Did you only have one account or did you have a few? As a kid I had like 4, but I just had 4 to have different Neopets because you could only have 4 Neopets per account, so I had multiple accounts to have different Neopets just for fun. As an adult I had like 7 accounts to do different jobs on each account and then funnel all the money into the one main account to fuel my passions. So I feel like that is against the rules, I believe. But other people must do that. How else are you supposed to make money? Oh no. No, no. My old stuff is definitely not better than... I disagree. I don't think any of my stuff compares. I feel like as a kid, if I'm recalling the memories, it was very easy to have a ton of food as a kid. But when I was an adult Neopets player, it was like impossible to keep up with demand. Those things eat so much. Ravenwing, thank you. I'm sorry. Yesterday you typed to me. You told me you liked the ram horns, and I replied to you on mic, and I said thank you, and I said a few other things. However, my microphone wasn't on, so you couldn't hear me. Therefore, it may have come off as if I were ignoring you, and for this, I will never forgive myself. So thank you for that comment yesterday, and all the other comments you give me. I thought my mic was working all day yesterday. By that I mean for like the hour that I was on. Not so. Flight Rising, that's the dragon game, isn't it? I never played that. I remember being vaguely interested because of course dragons, etc. But I did not play. What's Trudy's surprise, Jessica? Oh, there. You sent it to me. Here. Hold on. No, I didn't play Flight Rising or Lyoden or Wolfden. We were just talking about Wolfden earlier. I remember being envious of Wolfden because it looked really good. Is Flight Rising still active, or are people still playing? Is it popping off? I remember it was huge a few years ago. Oh. Oh no, don't tell me they're the horse. That's like my weakness. I can ignore the dragons, and and ironically, I can ignore the wolf ones, but when you start getting into horses, I can't say no. So what's the horse one, dare I ask? There have not been enough horse games, in my opinion. Like, as a kid, they were everywhere. Now, none. Where'd they all go? Alright, I'm taking way too long on these horns. Oh no, don't tell me that. It's got good art, too. It's got horses and it's got good art. I remember as a kid there was that game. Shit, man. Something Stables. It was very specific. They all had different generations. It was like a... Oh god, maybe it's on Steam. Can I open Steam? Will I get in trouble? How does this work? I'm gonna open Steam. I'm gonna go to my library. It's in my wish list. No. It's old. Where is it? No, I want that one though. Yeah. It's not this one. Let's Ride. Okay, that's the name of it. Okay, thank you, Steam. All done with you. Go away. Let's Ride. Horse game. Okay, there are a billion of these. Ooh, I will never find the one I played. But I played the Let's Ride horse games a bunch as a kid. Very fun. Yeah, Koromon is supposed to be really good, but there isn't any breeding, you see, so... If I can't grind by spending hours doing nothing just so that I can have slightly better Pokemon, then what's the point? Hold on, I was looking away from chat. Let me see this for a little bit. Yeah, find the name of that horse game. Star Stable Online. I think that I will buy Koromon because it looks really good. I've heard really good things about it. It looks great. It looks cool. I'm pretty sure it'll be fun. There's like no way I wouldn't like it. Have you seen Cassette Beasts? Alexa, open the, you know, where is it? Okay, man. Alright, hold on. Good. Alright. Am I spelling it wrong? Am I going crazy? I said beasts, right? I said beasts. There it is. I did spell it wrong. There wasn't enough S's. This game looks sick. I don't think there's... Is there breeding in this one? I have not inquired far enough to figure out if there's breeding in this one. But this one looks sick. It's on sale all the time. I think it was like less than 10 bucks the other day, and I didn't buy it because I was a very stupid person at that time. But a few weeks later, I'm definitely not as stupid. Okay, well, as long as there is a system to improve them. Do you remember, did you ever play Pokemon Alpha, Sapphire, Sigma, Ruby? That That one had a system like that where you could just like force your way to get better Pokemon by just grinding in the same area, catching the same Pokemon over and over and over again. And that was really fun for me. That's interesting about not needing to breed them anymore. I don't know if I like that. Is it fun, the new way to do it with items? Is it satisfying? What am I doing? Horns, good, done. Must combine layers. I think the horns are actually a little bit... Oh no, they're done. Oh well. Did you get that too? We also had a book on how to play Pokemon first gen. It was paperback. It was huge. Physically, like, you needed 2 hands to hold that thing. Okay, horn's done. What am I doing? Good. Okay. We had the book for Gen 1. I think we skipped Gen 2. But we got the one for Gen 3. Oh no, what'd you do? I feel like you're about to say something terrible. You know what? I don't even blame you for that. There's no other way, like at that time, there was no other way to easily have access to pictures of your favorites besides printing them out, and they will never look as good just from your printer at home. So I think that's a little based, actually. You made it a picture book. I think you were onto something. Yeah, I didn't have much combat skill. I still don't. I like to just absolutely pulverize anything I come across and have no challenge whatsoever. I never did any of the Pokemon PvP either, because it pissed me off. I did not like to lose, and everyone else was way better at it than I was. PvP always pisses me off. I avoid it in pretty much all games. I don't know how I ever played League of Legends. Yeah, they have a few more now. They have, like, they made fairy type. Which I think makes sense. I only figured out its weaknesses from like Pokemon Go, I think. Because I haven't really played the new versions of the games. Alright, these are all good. Let's start the side and then we'll start coloring. Finally. Oh, the dinosaur PvP. We played... One night we played the Isle. And we were all Dilophosauruses. And I think it took us over an hour to meet up. Because we spawned God knows where, 1,000 miles away from each other. And so 2 people happened to spawn somewhat close. And we just all went over to them. There were like 5 of us. And that was super fun. We all met up. We went on a big adventure, and then 2 Carnotauruses, I think, started beef with us. Very annoying. We did a lot of posturing. It was very cool. We chased them off, and then some giant white dinosaur came out of nowhere and ate my ass, and I died. And then someone else died, and so we all just stopped. But I would like to play that game again. It was really fun to be a dinosaur. And to like roleplay, like you really feel like it. I really felt like a Dilophosaurus in that moment. I had my ass eaten by that giant white Tyrannosaur looking dinosaur. It was an old version of the Isle. It was God, there are like a billion different versions we were looking at. But the one that we played on that night was, it had the older graphics, less dinosaurs to choose from. I don't remember which one. Maybe it was the one by default. We tried playing the newer one, and it was insane, and we couldn't figure out how to meet each other. We tried to play as the Flyers, and I couldn't get off the ground, and I rage quit. So I have a bad opinion of the new version of the Isle. The old one was fun. Yeah, the new one looked more complicated. The old one seemed more intuitive. Like, there wasn't anything to really figure out. You just logged in, you chose your dinosaur, and then you just started running off. The new one, we had to figure out how to swim. We were the crocodiles. And there were fish and you had to eat. But it wasn't clear where they were or how you were supposed to eat them. Beast of Bermuda. Let me see. I don't know if I've heard of this one. I've heard of Path of Titans. Did you ever play that one? I haven't played that one. I haven't played any of these besides the Isle that one single day. Do you think the Beast of Bermuda one is the best? I remembered there were some like hardcore herbivore separatists on the server we were on. And they were pissing us off because we were all Dilophosaurs and they kept making it so that it was switching to daytime all the time for them. Since they were playing the herbivores. And as the nocturnal predators, we were pissed off. And the mods were catering to the Triceratops or whatever they were. And I remember being a little bit annoyed about that. Yeah, except and we were all Dilophosaurus. Well, it was pretty epic for like one moment when we finally got it to be nighttime. Just for that moment. Before the herbivores won again. You would sit in the water? Jesus. That's cool. I am absolutely destroying this base. I was supposed to be doing line art with it. I'll have to improvise. I was supposed to do it this certain way, but it doesn't really matter. It sounds like you have some permanent beef with the Dilophosaurs. You couldn't bite anyone while they were in the water? Seems kind of fucked up for a water dinosaur. Oh. I really like the dinosaurs with the long jaws, all the fish-eating ones. Obviously Spinosaurus types. Did you ever play Saurian? That was the game that cool guy was working on. The Pokemon guy. I think I heard it got bad reviews or something. It sounded cool as shit, but I never played it. It didn't get far in development? No. I think I got contacted by the devs of Isle of Eventide, which was like my first project that I ever worked on. I think they wanted to start things up again, but I either didn't reply because I'm not a very good person. I was just busy and I forgot and blah blah blah, you know, shit ton's been happening. Or I don't remember what. I wonder if they're still working on it. That was years ago now. What are the people like on Beast of Bermuda? Actually, is there any proximity chat? That was one thing I kind of wish we had when we were that pack of Dilophosauruses. Was some voice chat. Oh, interesting. So it is a possibility. Is there any voice chat? I think I'm imagining like a Rust situation. Oh, okay. So you can't talk to the randoms? Oh, perfect. Yeah, I think when we were playing the Isle, we had communication issues. We were using Discord, obviously, to like talk to each other. But I remember we wanted to talk to some of the people we were running into. And we could not. Hmm. You would stalk people who were chatting? That sounds really fun. Ooh, that sounds fun. It sounds fun that there's a need for a quiet talent. I feel like a little concerned about if I played Beasts of Bermuda, because if it was really fun, I get deep into games. I will just like stop doing things. It sounds fun. For Beasts of Bermuda, if you're trying to play with friends, do you still have the problem of spawning randomly and having to coordinate to meet up, like on the Isle? I like how I'm asking you like 1 billion questions like you're the encyclopedia for this game. Sorry. You can teleport if you're small. Ooh, okay. You can summon. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's perfect. Because we all started as little babies. And it was very hard to try and meet up with each other when we were little tiny runts. Ooh. How do the rare ones work? Ooh, interesting. There's breeding? Oh. Oh no, that sounds fun. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to be thinking about this game. What's the PvP like on there? Do people get really heated? Alright, God, we're ready to color, finally. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, I really like them too. Little goat feeties. That sounds good. A need for speed and feet. You trim horse hooves? That is like a very niche job. That's cool. I've seen, I think a lot of the like hoof trimming videos have gotten really popular lately. I've seen them everywhere. They look cool. It seems like a very specific and also difficult, and it seems a little dangerous. What I do is even more niche. God, they're so cool. Wheels. Okay, where's my references? Where'd they go? Oh God, where'd I put it? There it is. All right. Look, it's my Neopets. They are open for compliments. Bare foot trimming, soft tissue building. Hey, Neo would have been a sick name. How are the horses when they're like getting their feet worked on? Are they okay with it, or do they have to be taught to be okay with it over time? I'm sure that's the right answer, because why wouldn't it be? Are you ever afraid for your life? Oh, cute. Are they... I don't know the intelligence of horses. Are they smart enough to know that you're working on them will help them? My cats and my dog, none of them can possibly perceive that what what we do for them is helpful. They just hate it. That's so cute. They get sleepy? Oh. Uh-huh. That's a really good way to do it. I rode horses for a little bit when I was a kid, when I was like 11, and the attitude towards horses at that time, I hope it's better now, but back then it was like very much, the instructor was very much like, the horse has to do what you want or else. And I never vibed with that, because why would I? I'm aware it's a huge animal that bucked me off and, you know, wasn't very happy with the whole situation, but, and yeah, obviously it's dangerous, but I didn't like forcing it to do stuff. So I wonder if they've gotten better now. Horse training, I mean, like horse riding shit. I do a lot of no force stuff with my dog. Like if she... Trying to think of examples. I don't trim her nails anymore. I get her done professionally. She's way too complicated. But if she, like if we're on a walk and she doesn't want to go a certain way, I say, okay, we can just go whatever way you want. And I think it's really helped her to be happier. It's like a really small thing, but letting her make choices and just letting her do stuff like that seems to help her with her attitude. And I hope feel more fulfilled. Yeah, same with me, Jessica. I really liked horses. I think only one of them liked me, though. And he was an old gelding. My main horse they had me ride was this dapple gray mare named Aspen, and we hated each other. She was very big and scary to me as like an 11-year-old. Jessica, when did you ride horses? Drop you on your head? Oh my god. That's a lot of instances. That's scary. Oh wow, you were really young. I've never heard of a horse allergy. That's interesting. That's unfortunate. Not that I would know. I'm not I'm not in the horse scene or anything. The only times that I got bucked off, it happened I think thrice. Twice with my main horse they had me ride. And they always bucked me off when the instructor was being too rough with them. Yeah, like I always felt like one of the scariest things about it was I felt like I was out of control because the instructor was kind of in charge of things while I was riding. And I felt like she would be pushing them too hard to do things. And I was uncomfortable. I didn't want to go, you know, that fast. I didn't want to gallop and stuff. But the teacher was like super into like trying to get you to go past what you're comfortable with. So I think she was agitating the horses too much. But I only got bucked off when she was agitating them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It didn't leave a good impression from me. I felt like it didn't seem great for the horses. It wasn't great for me. I was scared of the horse, and the horse wasn't loving it either. It was fun to ride a horse in general, but I wasn't very kind to them. I think how you do it is the correct way to do it. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Like with animals in general. Not supposed to push them like our instructors did. I think you're doing it the correct way. You know, treating him nicely. Jessica, you were brave. You were stupid brave. I was scared, but I was raised to just do things even if I was scared. Not in a good way. Like, I wasn't allowed to say that I didn't want to do that thing. So I just rode the horses anyway, and I could see the horses getting agitated, but I was powerless to do anything about it. I only remember my one instructor's name, the mean one. She was French. Her name was Seymour. She smoked a lot. That was one thing I remembered. She had an accent. She was kind of easily agitated. Waffle sounds nice. My favorite horse when I rode Western for a little while to start was named Jake. And I've always loved that name. He was a great horse. He was very slow and nice and not scary. That place was a lot better. The English riding is when it started getting, like, that's when I got bucked off. When I switched to English jumping and stuff. That's when the teacher was mean and pushing too much. But the Western people were chill. What's your horse's name now? You said you almost named it Neo, but I forgot what you said you did name it. Shit, I don't see it. I have my YouTube, I set the moderation to show links and stuff. Let me see. Moderation activity, Oh god. Hold on. Shit, it won't let me see the links. I removed moderation, but I guess it's either not working or I didn't do it right. So I can't see them. I don't see them, but I'd like to. I am not paying attention to this line. I am just like throwing things on here. Aww. How did you get involved in that work? That seems like I said, really specific. Like you would have to... How did you get involved in trimming their hooves and stuff? You got your horse and then you saw that there wasn't a lot of like hoof options. When we first got Chloe, I tried to do her nails myself because we always did Stanley's nails. I always did them myself and it was fine. He had clear nails, so it was very easy to do so. Chloe's nails are black, and she also moves a ton. And is prone to screaming, so... I finally swallowed my pride and she just goes... I would like to learn to do it myself properly, but... It's scary. Mm. Ooh, what do you mean? Like, I'm so ignorant about anything horse related. I know horses, they put the shoes on them. I don't really know why they do that. Like, they already have the hooves. Ooh, interesting. Ooh. That's really interesting. Horse stuff is like so, I don't want to say inaccessible, but hard to know about for someone like me on the outside. Yeah, there's like a lot of issues with their feet in general. I'm not doing a very good job with this design. I'm like much more interested in our conversation. Ooh, like his posture got better? What's he look like? No, don't go. This is interesting. Okay, that is not what I wanted. A unicorn quarter horse. I'll ask my YouTuber friend how I can make links available in the chat next time I stream. Ooh, interesting. How old is he? Okay. He's 188 years old. He is a unicorn. He's actually an immortal being that I found roaming the woods one full moon. That's a decent age. I think that's how, well, actually, I don't know if the horse that I rode was older. He was like around that age, maybe he was older than that. I remember at the place they used to like refer to him as being like a really old man. I think old is like 30 for horses, right? Jill, what are you doing awake? Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, buddy. Can you hear my microphone? Well, thank you for asking. I'm drawing this sheep chimera. I've been working on it for a few days, which sounds like a lot more than it actually is. I've just worked on it for only a few hours total. We've got a mood board set up for the horns, so I could do them right. And we have my Neopets open here. We were talking about Neopets. Please compliment them. Not switching screens until you compliment my Neopets. Okay, first of all, watch your mouth. These are some expensive Neopets right here. These are premium. That vulture Lenny, that mutant Lenny, was very expensive. I think he might have been over $1 million to get the potion for him. The rest weren't so much, but yeah, they I think naturally they don't look very happy on account of them being mutants mostly, but they are all starving, obviously. All right, you've given them too much negative attention. I'm moving the screen away. I have the Nintendo music back on for you. I have it turned off to my headset, so I don't get to hear it, thank God. I have Spotify on, and I'm listening to normal music. So I think this is the best of both worlds for me. You can listen to that, and I can listen to this. The second thing from the left, the Blummeroo? It was your favorite, and yet you don't know his name? Something to think about. Yeah, Jessica liked the music. I think it gets to be a lot. How far are we in? You want me to change it? I'm not listening to it, so it could be anything you want. I think it says a lot about society that you claim the Blummeroo to be your favorite Neopet, and yet you don't remember his name. Did you and I go through a Neopets phase? We talked about it at least. I don't remember if we ever played. We had the Maple Story phase, but I don't know if we did Neopets. I remember doing that in like 2017. That's when I got all that shit. No, don't go. How did you like that game earlier? The fall flat. Yeah, but bullying you gives me something to do right now. That's good then. I'm missing some lines here, man. There they are. Yeah, something's missing here. The outline. We gooned about it. Okay, I don't think gooning and geeking are the same in regards to that. We goon about Ghost from Call of Duty. We don't goon about Neopets. Except if we're talking about Lord Cass from that fan art. Alexa, let's see it again. One moment. Zoom in. Now we can goon about Lord Cass. I'm gonna send this to you. Feel free to screenshot. I'm gonna send you the link to the actual thing though. Alright. Check this one out. Feel free to add that to your folder. Yeah, you remember him, right? Lord Cass. That's the guy. He's the Dargan Irie. Or something like that. The Griffin. Jessica, I'm glad to hear that. I really like that one. That's from the Sword and Shield one? Yeah. I think that one's based off of one of these kind of sheeps. Because that one's got 4 horns. Maybe that one's based off of a Jacob sheep. They're often like piebald like that. This adopt is going to take 10,000 years. I'm never going to finish it. Jacob's sheet! You stupid. I didn't think about that until you phrased it that way. No wonder I like them so much. I was always Team Jacob. Always will be. Even his terrible character assassination later in the series can't... Well, it does stop me from liking him pretty much at all, but... God. Ewan? Do you think Mark has seen Twilight? I've wanted to rewatch it for a while. That's like in our movie list. I think that's like my #1 option of what to watch next. I don't know if I like how that looks. No boys allowed? This is a girl gooning session only. Yeah, but Mark hasn't seen it, probably. So he could become educated through people who are very educated about it, such as you and I. So I went to therapy for the first time since I was a child. And one of the first things I told him was that I was a furry artist, because like, why not just rub off the band-aid, right? Let's get it out there. We don't need to beat around the bush, man. Yes, I draw werewolves, etc. And he was very surprised, and we stayed on that topic for way too long. He did not want to talk about anything else for a few minutes, and I regretted bringing it up. He was very nice about it, obviously, but we didn't need to linger on the furry stuff. Whatever, man. You know, I'm trying to remember. It was Wednesday. That might have been the day Fur Affinity came back up. Fur Affinity may have been down. Either way, it doesn't matter. He didn't ask. He did not inquire further. He did not ask to see any photos, so I was not going to show him anything without him asking. So I didn't. No. I'm sure he thinks I draw like scene wolves in like stick figure style or something. I was wearing my Anal Nathrak t-shirt to make myself feel better. I looked like slightly edgy. Did you show him your Fur Affinity? Did you show your therapist your furry wolf website? You know, maybe we'll work up to that. That was just our first session the other day. Okay, we're gonna give a rundown. Did I think he was cute? Not particularly. I was kind of worried that he was gonna be super hot or something. To speak my truth, all right, I was worried he was gonna be, you know, like what we've been talking about of recent times. I was worried that he was gonna open the door and Ghost from Call of Duty was gonna walk in, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. Thankfully, that was not the case. Thankfully and unfortunately. He was a normal looking guy. He wasn't British, and he didn't wear a skull bandana around his face. So, and no, he wasn't wearing any tactical either. He wasn't a firefighter or any kind of man in uniform. He was just a normal person. Can I elaborate on which part? Oh, you don't. Oh, I don't remember what we've been talking about incessantly for the past few months. Can you remind me? You're gonna make me throw up, man. I can't do this. I can't talk about Ghost from Call of Duty on stream. He was a normal looking man for a normal therapy appointment. He also offers, and I'm gonna say this is thankful that he didn't look like Ghost from Call of Duty. He offers massages as well. He does massage therapy also. And he asked if I wanted to include that and our seshes. And I said, of course. Why would I ever say no to such a thing? In my situation, why would I say no to that? I love massages. No, you don't. No, you don't need to hear about Ghost from Call of Duty. You don't need that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. This is not... Agree. You think I should speak on that, huh? Oh, God. Okay. I'm recalling something that happened before the appointment. I don't drive, so I have my insurance, which is the socialized insurance because I'm in poverty, includes rides to places, including therapy. So my ride, they get you there a billion years too early, which is nice, but also not nice because you have to wait in the office for an hour while you just sit there in silence, jerking off, waiting for something to happen. I'm not saying I'm jerking off in the office. I was reading. But you have a long time to wait in that office. Matt, what are you doing? No. No, this makes it worse. I can't talk about this. I was sitting in the office waiting like an entire hour early for the appointment. And every time someone walked out of the door, I was expecting it to be Ghost from Call of Duty, okay? And so it kept being the like women who worked in the office. So I eventually like stopped looking up. Until the door opened and a huge man walked out. And I don't mean huge like obese or something. I mean like this like football player looking man, but he was like 50, walked out. And he winked at me, okay? I looked up and smiled because I was expecting to see Ghost from Call of Duty, and some huge man winked at me and walked off. I don't know who he was, or where he came from, or why he was there. He didn't even talk to the people at the desk. He just left. So I guess I kind of did have my experience with Ghost from Call of Duty, just not in the way that I was expecting. This is distracting me from this design. It's never gonna get done. It's just gonna look like this forever. I can't think about this design when I'm thinking about fictitious men. Oh my god, design theory. Okay, go. Dark face, dark legs, dark tail. Light in the middle. Dark on the underside. I go to see the therapist man again next week. We'll see if Ghost shows up. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, we're gonna have a short ban on fictitious men for the next 5 minutes. No talking about Ghost from Call of Duty, no talking about Draco Malfoy, I'm not getting into it. No talking about his father either. Who else? No talking about Jacob from Twilight. And no talking about Alistair from Aspen Hotel. Alright, we're having a 5-minute ban. We'll talk about anything else for 5 minutes. Is John Bernthal Shane? Don't do this, man! Now I have to look it up. God. John Bernthal. Oh, that is Shane. Fucking hell. I'm not. No, we're including John Bernthal. We're including Shane from The Walking Dead in this. We're not talking about him either. Vladimir? Just Vladimir? There's no last name on that one? Vladimir. Who am I thinking of? Who's Vladimir? I felt like I knew who you were talking about for a second, but upon inspection, I don't think I know. Okay, so it's dark on the spine. Do you have Discord? I'm kind of unreliable on Discord, but it can be useful in situations such as this where YouTube won't let you. So I could give you my Discord and you can send it to me on there. Or you can note me. I need to see this person you're talking about. All right, I'm gonna send you a note. This is very important. I'm gonna try and figure out Colin Farrell and SWAT. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Okay, hold on. One thing at a time. Let me figure out how to send you my shit on here. Oh god, it changes. Just copy it, man. You used to be able to just click on it and it would copy it for you. Okay. Oh god. I'm gonna send you my Discord. Alright, I sent you a note. Okay, now we have to look up Colin. God. Colin Farrell and SWAT. I don't know if it works for him. Jill, I'm gonna send you a picture. Please respond. Oh, I love Colin Farrell. In every other application. I don't know if this is it for him though, for SWAT. He's got that yee hair, you know? Alright, I've received a friend request. Block. Okay. I just don't know beauty. I think I know beauty. I'm an appreciator of many things. I rarely feel negatively about any appearances. Matthew. All right, I'm not sure about the body fur color, but we'll just have to like wait on that because my brain is not working. So I will have to look at that when I'm not thinking about the like several fictional men I listed. What is this? Matthew, update. Jill agrees with me about Colin Farrell in SWAT. Thank you. Hold on, let me... Wow, Vlad looks great. Look at those biceps. Shit, man. Vlad is cool. From the 5 seconds I've seen. I love it, but I'm gay. I wasn't able to watch it with sound on because my desktop sound is going to the stream. Not that that's a very good reason, but I will watch it after the stream. But from what I saw without sound, it looked pretty cool. Oh, you need to. I plan on it. I don't know what to do for the eye color. I was thinking a silver. But they're already like all gray, so maybe. And I was gonna have the fire and the third eye be red, add some color. But what do you guys think? Do you feel the gray, or should I do? I could do already like a blue. what if it's like a pale green like that? Teal. Oh, I like that better. It's very gray though. I always have the light coming from this direction, but in this case, the light's coming from this direction. I'm gonna have to switch that. God, it doesn't look as good. Which green is the opposite of pink? Well, let's see. That's probably like a teal. What do you think? All right, another question is, should we have... Okay, well, let's color who's. Okay, where was I? The who's. Should they have a little bit of white on them, or no? Because if they're all dark, you won't be able to see the long fur in the back. But if I do it at the back, I gotta do it. Well, I don't have to do the front. Oh, fuck, I did. So I wanted this wolf to have like super long fur, way longer than typical. I mean, I guess for me it's not that atypical, but for this one I wanted it to be really long like a sheep. Especially on the chest and the neck and stuff. And it looks like where their fur is really long, it's lighter, except on the back. I was trying to do that, but I don't want too much. Oh, look at him without his little horns. He's so naked. He's very sad. For the lore, I was thinking it would be like born to some goats or some sheep or something. And obviously he doesn't fit in because he looks like this. He looks like they're enemies. You know, the things that eat them. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, so they're darkest on their face. This one has some under their throat, but they have like this dark line their underside. It's gonna be an adopt. So the lore really doesn't matter. It's just like what I like to have in my head. Yeah, Jessica! That's kind of what I was thinking, part of it. A little bit of that. Yeah, exactly! He just turned out looking insane. He didn't mean to. He just wants to fit in. Someday, in the imaginary land where I have time for such a thing, it would be fun to do a stream where we do just like a bunch of fan art and like goon drawings, etc. I want to draw some Pokemon. I want to draw, you know those, I don't know, this is kind of obscure. There are some guys from WoW. Oh god, what are they called? Obsidian Construct. Obsidian Destroyers, that's them. These guys. I've always wanted to draw one of these. The cat tor people. Cat tar. I would get them in Warcraft 3 for the undead. These guys! And they would heal or restore mana? Very useful. That's how one of the reasons why I finally beat the game on Insane was because of those guys. Thank you, Obsidian Destroyers. I'd like to draw one of them sometime. I need to draw some Pokemon. I would like to draw some of people's characters just for like requests. I used to do free requests for holidays, but I haven't had time in so many years. But I haven't been able to offer it, but I'd like to. So do you guys get a he vibe from this? From this guy? I was originally leaning with like a sad girl goat. But the body type gives more of a like, it looks huge. Hello, welcome. That sounds really good. I was thinking of having, we have like one glass of wine left, and I was thinking of having that for this, but if I did that, I'm already so far like distracted, sober. That would be a disaster. Vladimir vibes. I'm gonna have to look at it with like a clear head. Make sure the design is okay, but I don't really want it to be complicated. I do so many complicated designs. I feel like I feel guilty if I don't make the design interesting enough. So I always try to make them layered and have lots of thought put into them. Because I feel like, how can I justify selling something for like 60 bucks to like $100 if it doesn't look really cool? Even though I really like the simple ones. To speak my truth. No, I haven't seen that. I saw this little, I don't know if I'd call it an anime. It was like a little, well, it was animated and it was, I think it was Japanese. It was like Cheerin? Is it? Cheerin the goat. Lamb? Cheerin the lamb. My friend Michi showed it to me. Yeah, Japanese anime adventure drama film. Yeah, there was this Japanese animated thing. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, that Sheeran ringing bell thing. I don't know how famous it is. It's pretty old, from 78. And it was like the same story, like a little sheep. I think everyone get killed? Some wolf comes and like kills a bunch of people, even his mom, I think. It's sad. And then I think he goes off with the wolf. Maybe he tries to go kill the wolf? I don't remember. But he goes and hangs out with the wolf, and the wolf like karate kids him and teaches him all the ways of the wolf, even though he's like a goat. And so he grows up to be this like like the Joker, but he's a ram. And it was pretty cool. Okay, you're right. Yeah, the design doesn't have to be complicated because the lines are already custom and they're already unique. So we could have a simple design. Yeah, he kills it at the end, right? I don't remember why. Was it an accident or did he mean to? I remember as a like 14-year-old when no, I wasn't 14, I was like 18. When as an 18-year-old, as a 18-year-old teenager, I thought it was sick. It was really cool. Yeah, they didn't want anything to do with him, right? Because he was like, they thought he was like a freak. They were scared of him, right? That's pretty tragic. Yeah, that sounds right. Why would the wolf do that? Why would he go back to the same barn to kill his family? Maybe it was like a test. It's been so long since I saw it. Yeah, Jessica, I gotta watch that. I should rewatch Sheeran, and I should watch that. Yeah, didn't he just like wander off on his own at the end? No, he didn't fit in anywhere. He killed his only friend, the wolf, and then his family didn't like him either because he was terrifying looking. That montage of him like growing up and turning into like a psycho was really cool. Very powerful for a teenager. Very influential. That was around the time I got into Ginga Nagaraboshi Gin too. Because I had watched Jinsetsu Weed, and that was really cool, but then I really liked the original. Good. Yeah. I wouldn't call it a prequel. Alright. I'm gonna like look over this guy a little more, and then I'm gonna end the stream probably because I need to walk Chloe. She's been very sad. She was supposed to have her friend over today, her doggy friend, but her doggy friend's back was hurting and she could not come over. I kind of do like the Disney treatment on the eyebrows. I make the top eyebrows dark and then the lower ones light. I do it for like every single adopt, but really like it. I can't stop. Yeah, it was a bit sad. I wonder if I can, if she feels better on Monday, maybe I'll just like, we usually do it on Fridays when we have her over. Maybe I'll have him over on Monday. How do we feel about the light eyebrows? Not eyebrows, the under eye. Light or no? Here's light. Here, hold on. Light? No light. I kind of like it light. I don't mind it either way. You like the light? I think it adds more variety. Alright, good. We're all in agreement. We will keep the light. I don't know if I want to add too many facial markings. I like having some like framing on the forehead. Put his horns on. Put his crown on. Have you seen those goats? They're like, I didn't realize this. I know this is kind of blasphemous since I draw horns all the time. I did not realize they could have more than 4. It makes sense biologically, I just didn't ever think about it. But there are some goats that have had up to 8 horns. That must be insane. That could be another adopt someday. Ooh, maybe that one could be like a freak. This guy could be normal and that guy could be like all out evil. Maybe we can do a little detailing while it's on my mind. This one was light. And then this one was dark. Mm. Eh. A sentient group of horns covered in various eyes. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, it does sound like one of those angels. There's a way I do this. It's like slightly... Shit, man. That's good enough. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Ugh, fuck. Ooh, wings! Shit, I have horns for this type, but they're not easy to use. Easier to just paint them. Ugh. Shit, where was the other one? God, they all look the same. Which one was it? You? No. You? Yes. That's what it is. There's a little ridge right there. I still don't like it. Black magic horn brushes. Oh god, they're not matching. Start over. Light first. Then dark. It's just not the same. Sometimes it's just easiest to just draw it yourself. It was so easy for the top horns. The ram ones, not so much. Alright, you know what? I'll put those on hold for now. I wasn't meaning to do the horn detail anyway. Alright, how are we feeling about the design? I'll have to think about it after. I wanted it to be not complicated, just kind of simple and to look like that sheep that I like. Oh, really? I feel like I don't see a lot of wolves with horns, which is a shame. They look sick. Yeah, the eyes are pretty subtle. We can play around with some other colors. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do a variety of colors on here. You guys feel free to tell me if you like any of them a lot or more than the other one. The normal one as is like a gray teal to kind of match the background. When I was first designing them, yellow gold was what I did the eyes. I don't know. That teal is so soft. God, I love purple eyes. But all of them have purple. I can't do purple again. Oh God. No, I love it. No! It doesn't go with the dark red. Shit, man. Oh. Dark red. Let's do... Shit, no, that's not what I want. Let me see. All right, now we have one of each. Oh, man. Purple is like my favorite eye color. It's not fair. I'm too biased. Oh God. Alright, hold on. Let's do a comparison. Let us do a comparison. Oh, whoops. Hold on, we're assembling a team. Let's lay them out. Hold on. Let's put them next to the Neopets. Just shamelessly showing off my Neopets. Okay, so here's some eye colors. Okay. I'll be right back. I have some cat knocking something over. I'll be right back. Okay. It was not cats knocking something over. It was Matt playing stack the bottles out there. All right, let's do Heterochromia. I feel like the purple would need me more blue based. Let me see. This is a hard decision. The teal is like, I don't usually do teal eye color, so that one really stood out to me as something creatively different than what I usually do. And it contrasts with the red. Good. So artistically, color theory-wise, it goes well with it. Not that that matters. But for various reasons. Maybe a little more saturated. But I kind of wanted it to be pale. Hmm. Yeah, I think they usually have brown. Good. Oh, or orange. Well, brown with like... We can use whatever we want. Alright. What is this? Pizza? Is this from 7-Eleven? It's not. Where's it from? Wow. Shit, now I got pizza in front of me. Alright. Let us sleep on this. And I will either stream again tomorrow to finish it, or I'll do some work on my own and then, I don't know. Either way, it'll be done in the next few days. I'm going to get ready to, I'll post a work in progress of this on Blue Sky. Yeah, I'm gonna have this pizza and I need to walk. Holy shit, it's getting dark. Well, this was fun. It was nice to talk instead of having to type. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. All right, let me do this. All right. All right, thank you guys. It was fun hanging out. Yeah, I'm glad it finally aligned. We could visit. I learned a lot about horse hooves. Well, not like, I'm not very educated about it, but I've become slightly more enlightened about hooves. We talked about some of my embarrassing fictional crushes. I'm not embarrassed about Ghost from Call of Duty. The others, a little more embarrassed. Jill, you're still here? What are you doing here? Still. Yes, we had some good conversations. We talked about the Neopets. I have to watch the Vladimir. I have to watch several sheep and goat related videos. See you guys some other time. You just got back. Don't do this. Jill. I got pizza. Whatever, man. I knew you never cared.